Hello everybody, my name is Senkara, and today I am here to present to you something very, very exciting, something that has just arrived. The new Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck, Legends of the Crystal Beasts. So this video will just be an unboxing and initial impressions, and then in a different video later on I will do a tutorial on how to play this deck, as well as how to combine 3 of the deck into one. Let's get right into this. So first of all, this box, am I right? This box is actually very nice. I like the rainbow colors. The rainbow colors are actually really nice. It makes it look shiny, it makes it look kind of luxe, especially on the back where it's got the dark clouds and just that artwork for, I forget what that card's for, but it's one of the new cards, and that's really cool. First of all, let's have a look at this duel map. One thing that I've noticed that I really like is the zones and just how they look. Kind of hard to capture it all on the camera, but yeah, well, I'll just scan it across. So I really like the artwork, actually. This is a bigger version of the new Rainbow Dragon card. I like how it's got the little dark clouds and everything with the rainbow shining through from behind. Not sure what this or the hexagon stuff is. I don't know. It looks kind of like a, I guess it's like a stained glass window sort of thing. I don't know what relevance that has to the monster. Maybe a shield or something. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I love it, though. Now, that's lovely. That is very nice. Straight off the bat, Rainbow Dragon. Very sexy, very shiny. That's ultra rare as well. I love ultra rare. I'm a slut for ultra rares. Ultra rares are sexy as hell. And here we go. Oh, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to get my oily fingers on it. Oh, first things first. Love the smell of fresh cards in the morning. New card smell is the best smell on the planet. So first of all, ultra rare Rainbow Dragon, very sexy. That is very nice. Of course, is the main card or main boss monster in the deck, or so we thought, because now we have one of the first new cards, Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. It's interesting that they've called it Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon, whereas they haven't used Ultimate Crystal in any of the other Rainbow Dragons, which is kind of annoying. But I think technically it's supposed to be Ultimate Crystal God Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, but of course the English version hates the use of the word God for some reason. So this is one of the new cards. It's really, really actually amazing. So has very difficult summoning conditions, but there is a very easy way to summon it, which I'll get over in a future video. But basically what it does is, wow, it's so good. So either it gains 10,000 attack, or it crystal abundances and summons a shit ton of monsters, and either way it's an OTK in a card. If you get this out, OTK, right? You win. Unless your opponent stops its effects or whatever, which, you know, can happen. Kind of annoying, but if it gets out properly, gets its effects off, basically you win. You either nuke the field and summon a bunch of Crystal Beasts, or it has 10,000 attack, 11,000 attack, even more than 10,000. It's stupid. It is really stupid, and it's just fantastic. So even if it hits, like, an obelisk, this thing will still deal 7,000 points of damage. It gets over everything in just one shot, basically. Unless you have a 4,000 point monster, you're dead. This is amazing. Absolutely fantastic card. Next up, we have Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This is another really good card. It's a Crystal Beast. It does special summonings from the deck. It special summons itself from the hand with 3,000 attack points. It's a really good card for Crystal Beast. I actually really like this card. This is one of the best cards that I think in all the new stuff, and it's ultra rare, very sexy. I think this is its first introduction into the TCG, though I could be wrong, but I thought it was OCG before, so that's really cool. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. This is another one of the new cards that is I think has only just been released with the structure deck. So during your main phase, you can normal summon one Crystal Beast monster in addition to your normal summon or set. That is a fantastic ability for Crystal Beasts. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn, so hard once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy one Crystal Beast card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add one Crystal spell or trap from your deck to your hand if a Crystal Beast is in the spell and trap zone. Even during the damage dip, you can target one card your opponent controls, return both that card and this card to the field. So it bounces, which is good, because it's actually really good that it does that, because this is a continuous spell and that takes up space in our spell and trap card zone, which of course we need for our Crystal Beast. But not only that, it destroys Crystal Beast, putting them in the spell and trap card zone, possibly straight from your hand. No, it's only if they're destroyed in the monster zone. That's what I thought. That's okay. Gets them in the graveyard though, which is still good enough for Rainbow Dragon. Crystal Bond. This card is the core of the deck. This card's absolutely fantastic, and it comes in ultra rare, and that looks really nice. I don't actually own I own most of the Crystal Beast cards, just not any of the new ones, so I'm really happy to have these. This is very, very sexy, very clear. I really love that. Nice and shiny. Super rare, that is very nice. And here we go, this is one of my favorite parts of any structure deck, is the awesome tokens. And these are tokens with Johan on them, which is so cool, despite the fact that it says Jesse, but his name's Johan, I don't care. This is really nice, I really like these tokens. I love these sorts of tokens. Jesse Anderson, Bonder with the Crystal Beast, nice, has all the Crystal Beasts and Johan himself. Card can be used as a token. They're my best friends, no, they're my family, that's really nice. And this here's my pal, Ruby Carbuncle. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, bow into the main deck. Ruby, Carbuncle, Amethyst, Cat, Emerald, Tortoise, Topaz, Tiger, Amber, Mammoth, Cobalt, Eagle, Sapphire, Pegasus. And that is indeed all of the Crystal Beast monsters we have. So we have one of each Crystal Beast and one Rainbow Dragon. And of course one Crystal Beast, Rainbow Dragon. One of each of the Crystal Gods, I should say, Ultimate Crystal Gods. And one of each of the Crystal Beasts. So definitely, you need more, but I suppose for a structure deck, of course, they're never going to give you more, so that's fine. And you only actually need 7 of them, which does include Rainbow Dragon, which is really cool. So 7 out of 8, and you can summon your Rainbow Dragon, and then, of course, go into any of these other ones as well. But, yeah, so 1 of each, and, of course, you buy 3, that's 3 of each. You really only need 3 Pegasus. These days, I mean, back in the day, you used to run more of most of them, 3 Carbuncle, 3 Pegasus, maybe a couple Mammoths and Topazes, but nowadays all you really need is Pegasus because today's day and age is focused on speed, so triple Pegasus, definitely a must. But yeah, 1 of each Crystal Beast, and even comes with a Rainbow Dark Dragon, which is really interesting. I was not actually expecting this, but cool that it includes it. I wonder if it will actually be able to be summoned in this deck. I guess we'll find out later. I'll put that aside just to remember. Crystal Master, nice, and Crystal Keeper. I have never actually really run these except when they first came out, but I've never really tried them in a more modern deck of Crystal Beast, but I see other people using them, so they might actually be kind of good. Now the pendulums have been nerfed, obviously they're not as good as they could be, but might be worth testing out. I'll give it some playthrough and let you guys know in the how to play. Nice, 1 Haman, Lord of Striking Thunder. That's nice, I like that. People used to run that in Crystal Beast. Some people still do, probably. He does work with them, of course, as a 4,000 point beat stick. I prefer the Rainbow Dragon Turbo to Haman, though. But hey, that's cool. I like that it's in there. It's definitely a good card for the structure deck version. Now, here we go. Some sexy floodgates. Okay, we got Dimension Shifter. That's cool. I like that. I really love, you know, the remove from play deck, so this is really awesome. 1 Contact C. For a Maxi, but I suppose is Maxi banned? Maxi's banned in TCG, just not a Master Duel, so that's sad. But 1 Contact C, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field, and this card's controller cannot fusion, synchro, Ixie, or link summon unless they use this card as a material. So Ash Blossom, now we are talking. This is definitely one of the main reasons to get, and Ghost Bell as well, actually. But I'm really excited to finally have an Ash Blossom. This is my first Ash Blossom. I did buy 3 of the structure decks, so now I have 3 of them. So that is really fantastic. I really like that. If you don't know, Ash Blossom is a must-have in pretty much any deck these days. More new cards. Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. Well, that is not what I thought that was called, but okay, sure, Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates, why not? Does stuff with Ultimate Crystal Monsters in the hand. You get a Rainbow Bridge or Rainbow Refraction from your deck. Special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it either special summons or gets you Spell or Traps, which is really good. It's definitely a good card to have. Not sure if I would really run it because it does require you to have an Ultimate Crystal in your hand. That is the only downside, but if you run 3 Rainbow Dragons, it might be worth having this in the deck. I will test it out. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Crystal Argus. This summons a token, which I've discovered is actually pretty damn good in Crystal Beast. Not needed, but it is quite good. Especially if you have Link monsters, which this deck does not come with, so not sure if it would be that good, but good in principle. Ancient City Rainbow Ruins is a Crystal Beast field spell. It actually is pretty good. Even more so in this day and age. It allows you to draw a card if you have enough Crystal Beasts. It allows you to special summon your Ruby if you have 5. So it is actually a really good card and definitely a must-have in most Crystal Beast decks. There are other options, of course, but if you're running with just structure deck, you gotta use this one. Rainbow Bridge, again, you need 3 of these. This adds any Crystal Spell Trap from your deck to hand. Rainbow Bridge is absolutely fantastic. That's a great card. And it was my first Rainbow Bridge, so I gotta check out how sexy it is, and that is so nice. I love how clear these cards are. Oh, I love Crystal Beasts artwork. It's just, especially these new ones. They're just so clear, they look so nice. Crystal Beacon, another classic Crystal Beast, Crystal Blessing, Crystal Abundance, the OTK card, gotta have at least one of these. Crystal Promise, not as good nowadays as there are better ways to do it, but if you're running budget, Promise is definitely a good card. I have found better ways to do it though, which I'll talk about in future videos. Crystal Tree, great. Should have at least one depending on your strategy. Crystal Release, not as necessary, but if you're running budget. Rare Value, again, I never really run Rare Value. It is definitely useful. I just never really find the need for it, but a lot of people do like to run it. It does let you draw 2 cards. I just think there's better options if you even need it, because Crystal Beast Search is actually really powerful with, you know, or just, they have a lot of searches basically. It was the only way to get Crystal Beast to go, is to give it heaps and heaps of search cards, so there's a lot of Crystal Beast searches, so Rare Value isn't that necessary, but it can. It's definitely, it's not a bad card, but I don't think any of the really good decks run Rare Value. It's kind of slow. That's the only problem. It is kind of slow, despite the fact that it lets you draw 2, but the cost is a little bit slow. And it also allows your opponent to get rid of your Ruby. I mean, whoever chose Emerald over Ruby is really stupid, and they shouldn't have done that, but it does let your opponent choose, not yourself, though. Mind you, the artwork is from the anime, and in the anime you get to choose, not your opponent, but still, Rare Value. Rainbow Refraction, this is my first Rainbow Refraction, that's pretty nice. I think it's actually my first Rare Value, so that's cool. Ah, nice, okay, so it does come with Advanced Dark. This is the other Crystal Beast field spell. It depends on your strategy. Advanced Dark is actually really good for some turbo decks, but now with all the new Crystal Beast searches, it's not as necessary. It is actually really, really easy to get all 7 Crystal Beasts on field or graveyard, so Advanced Dark isn't as great as Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, wherever that is, so yeah. Normally I would run Rainbow Ruins. Back in the day, I would have preferred Advanced Dark because it is faster to get them out, but now since it's so fast to get them out without Advanced Dark, Rainbow Ruins just comes with a lot more versatility, a lot more effects that it can run, and is just a lot better. But if you don't know what Advanced Dark does, if you would take damage from a battle involving a Crystal Beast, you can send one from your deck to your graveyard instead, so it just turbos them out. But also, it makes all Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard become Dark monsters, which allows you to summon Rainbow Dark Dragon. Of course, in comparison to regular Rainbow Dragon, Rainbow Dark Dragon sucks, so don't. Okay, next up, Melody of Awakening Dragon. Really? Discard 1 card, add up to 2 dragon monsters. Huh. I guess Rainbow Dragon does fit that. Huh. I was completely caught off guard by this, but also, Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon fits that. Huh. I never really thought of that. That's a good idea. Good job, Konami. That's a pretty good idea. That is actually a searcher for Rainbow Dragon. Nice. Alright. There you go. Melody of Awakening Dragons. I'll definitely test that out. Foolish Burial Goods. Send 1 spell or trap from your deck to your graveyard. What would that be used for? There are a few... Okay, yeah, there are definitely effects Crystal Beast cards that activate in the graveyard, so that is a pretty good card. I will talk more about that in the next video on how to play. But I have, yeah, I think I have used this in Crystal Beast before, and it does work out well, or at least I've seen people use it. It is definitely, yeah, it does work. But overall, Foolish Burial Goods is a really good card to have, especially if you like to run Bamboo Sword engines, then this is the one. You kind of need it. But yeah, that's a good card to have. I really like that I now have 3 of them. That's awesome. Cosmic Cyclone. Sure. Why not? Do people run this? Still? Are people still running this? I have no idea. I normally just run Feather Duster. I've never run it. I don't know if I ever will. Maybe. I'll see if people run it. Banishing stuff's always good, so... Yeah. Alright, new Crystal Spell or Trap, Crystal Boom. Special summon 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your spell and trap card zone. If you do gain life points equal to their combined original attack. Awesome, so that busts out... That's basically a Super Crystal Predator. A Super Crystal Promise, but in the form of a trap card. Of course, if you have Ruby in your spell and trap card zone, which you always should, then Crystal Promise is more than enough. But gaining life points, that's great. If the Crystal Beast monster is placed in your spell and trap card zone while this is in your graveyard, so one of the benefits of sending things to the graveyard, Even during the damage step, you can banish this card, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's Crystal Beast monster, add it to your hand or special summon it, otherwise send it to the graveyard. So that's a pretty cool effect. I like that effect. Good to have it in the graveyard. Crystal Miracle, another fantastic card. This is a Omni negate for Crystal Beast, which is awesome. You destroy Crystal Beast, you control, negate any effect. It's fantastic, pretty much. I think that's what it does. Crystal Brilliance, another new trap. Crystal Pair, this is an old trap. These two, yeah, when I saw this, it reminded me of this one, so that's cool. Nice that I have one of these now. I don't think I have ever used it. When a Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle, place a Crystal Beast on your deck. Yeah, I know, I would never. It's too slow, basically. It's too slow. Though, the no taking battle damage for the rest of the turn, that's kind of cool. So, I vibe, but I don't think I would ever use it. Just a bit too slow. Crystal Conclave, definitely a good card. Might be too slow for the new stuff. But it was definitely very helpful when it came out. Replaced, this is the main card that replaced Advanced Dark, and then we just got more. And here we go, Ultimate Crystal Magic. This is your main card to summon your Ultimate Crystal Fusions. This card is fantastic. It not only, so yeah, when a Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle, send 7 Crystal Beasts, different names from your hand, field, or deck to the graveyard, and then summon an Ultimate Crystal Fusion monster, which includes Rainbow Overdragon, and of course, Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, which is brilliant. So this card, yeah, so when you're looking at this and it looks too hard to summon, don't forget you can summon it with Ultimate Crystal Magic, which is just the icing on the cake. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I checked on that and you can do that. Yeah, but it is fantastic. Either way, gets all your Crystal Beasts in the graveyard to summon Rainbow Dragon as well as that, and it busts out an Ultimate Crystal Fusion monster during your opponent's turn. So it's a good card. Whenever I duel against Ariana and she's running Crystal Beasts, yeah, this card is the one that I'm always watching out for. If this card's in play, I have to be very, very careful to not set it off because it just busts out Rainbow Overdragon, and then it's just like, it's so annoying. Overdragon's quick effect is insane. It's just, yeah, it's a really good card. Ultimate Crystal Magic, definitely needed. I only really run one of them because you can search it with Rainbow Bridge, but if you want to run more, that's good too. But yeah, this is definitely a fantastic card. Counter Gem. Speaking of cards that aren't fantastic, not only is this card not a crystal card, it doesn't really do much. Send all cards in your spell and trap card zone, play as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your graveyard face up in your spell and trap card zone as continuous spells. And then during the end phases, draw a Crystal Beast you control. So this is obviously meant to run with the Ultimate Crystal Gods, particularly Rainbow Dragon, to get its effect off. That's how it's used in the anime. But it's just not that great. It is too situational, and you should have plenty of Crystal Beasts in your spell and trap card zone anyway. It's not a good card. It's really not. Ferret Flames. Okay, I don't actually know what this does. If the combined attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls is higher than your life points, make your opponent shuffle face-up monsters they control into the deck, except monsters with 0 attacks, so that the combined attack of the remaining monsters they control is less than or equal to your life points. Cool! That's pretty neat. Are people running this? I don't actually know. Let me know in the comments if people run this. Is this like a new meta tech card? I don't know. I've never seen it. I have seen it, but I've never seen anyone run it, so I don't know what it does, but it's neat. But it is a trap card, so it's a little slower, but interesting floodgate. I like it. I like it. It's kind of cool. I like that it shuffles into the deck. And of course we have one copy of Metaverse. Would prefer a Terraforming, but Metaverse is good too. This is of course to bust out either of your field spells. Definitely need one. And finally, one last token, Crystal Beast token. I think this is what I was most excited for. While I do like having Johan just in a card, that's cool and all, but it's kind of tacky. But this is incredibly sexy. I really like that, how it has all the crystal gems on it, just all the Crystal Beasts as crystals on it. What does it say? This card can be used as a Crystal Beast token if used for another token, blah blah blah. Okay, great, that's fantastic. But yeah, that is really nice. Crystal Beast token. I really like that artwork. But anyway, that has been Legend of the Crystal Beast, the new Crystal Beast structure deck. What do I think of it? On its own, not a great deck. You probably won't really win any duels with this. The only really card that will help you to win any duel with just one of these decks would be Ultimate Crystal Magic. This is your only victory card. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard for you to pull this deck off with only one copy of the deck. However, with 3 copies of the deck, this comes with everything you need for a Crystal Beast deck. Smells good. So basically, with 3 copies of the deck, this comes with everything that you need to run a Crystal Beast deck. There are other cards that you could use that are definitely great in a Crystal Beast deck, and I do highly recommend them. We'll talk about them in a later video, but with 3 copies of the deck, which I do have, and I will show you how to combine them in a later video, yeah, this deck definitely has potential. Oh, I'm a little banged up. Hopefully the cards should be fine. Yeah, the 3 of these decks definitely has some potential. 1 kind of shit, but 3 definitely great. The other great thing is, of course, that it comes with an Ash Blossom and a Ghost Bell. Yeah, I know that a lot of people will be buying this. Like, this is the seller of the deck, basically. This is what sells the deck. So I know a lot of people will be buying it just for the Ash Blossom, so that's fantastic. But yeah, it's on its own, not great, not really good at all. Just because it's Crystal Beast. For a Crystal Beast deck, it's still not good. It's not good. It's okay. It has everything you need. It's just not enough of it. But yeah, combining all 3, I'll show you how to do that in a later video. Then you can actually make a pretty powerful deck out of these decks. I think it does definitely come with everything you need. It comes with all the Crystal Beast cards, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's missing anything. If Crystal Beast cards specifically, I think it's got all of them. Honestly, I really like it. I think this is a really good structure deck. I think they did a good job putting this together. Yeah, and having 3 of them. Yeah, like I said, it's everything you need. So I think this is a good deck. Good structure deck, I mean. I'm not saying that it's going to win much. It's Crystal Beast, but they are definitely getting a lot better. There are plenty of ways to bust out Rainbow Dragon in 1. The only thing missing from it really is just Link monsters, which will make it a lot easier to run all the combos and stuff. But otherwise, pure Crystal Beast, it's a good deck. It's great. I like Crystal Beasts. I like making them work. Most people just disregard them as shit, but I don't. I like decks like that. I like rogue decks, and I like making rogue decks work. That's what I do. So if you like that, if you like rogue decks, if you like Crystal Beasts, you want to see more content about Crystal Beasts, all the stuff you can do with it, combining 3 structure decks, how to play 1, just how to play Crystal Beasts in general, more combos you can do with cards outside of the deck, then be sure to subscribe, hit the like, bell icon, leave a comment down below, join the Discord server to ask questions, or just leave a comment and ask me questions. I answer, like, any question you have, I will answer it. Don't worry, leave a comment. Even if you're watching this like a year later, I'm still replying to comments from last year's structure deck video, so don't you worry. Like, I will answer, so if you have any questions, let me know. And if I don't reply to your comment because I missed it somehow, then link at the bottom of the description. You can join our Discord server. You can contact me directly if you prefer. That's fine. It's all fine, so any questions, let me know. I will help you out as best I can. I really like Crystal Beast, so definitely happy, and I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So any questions you have, let me know. And yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this deck opening / review. My name has been Senkara. Until next time, see ya.